Yo, guys, ha, ha, ha. 10 minutes goes by so quick. Okay, now we are on part 4. Your 10 minutes goes by so quick. So, what I was saying before I got cut off there so abruptly in part 3, let me take a sippies and a breather. Kombucha, homemade. Guys, also, can we just say, how do you like my Valentine's nails? Thank you, Afros of Hope. Thank you, Afros of Hope, for my nails. Yes, and it is Valentine's weekend, guys. Anyway, I don't want to digress. So, what I'm saying is, how do you then take away things like youth camp, you take away Sunday school? All we had to do, guys, we would sit through 3 or 4 hours of church. Predominantly, most of church consists of this. There will be worship, praise and worship. Guys, you see, the praise and worship I cannot fault. In the particular church, the message card that I came from, the praise and worship was amazing, like 10 out of 10. Now, I love praise and worship. Like, I felt like, yeah, there was something there, there was something there. But my thing is, we don't go to church only for praise and worship. It's a good thing to have praise and worship, but the word of God is what you need to then go home and live on. And as a young child, so we are hearing these stories where, hey, Mang slept with whoever, hey, Mang this, So you start you now liking even gossip from a young age. You're already now judging that family, which is things that the Bible tells us not to do. You are now judging that family. Can I tell you, half of the time, then after that they have the announcements. Then if there's a confession that needs to happen after the announcement, that will happen. And then guess what? Then the pastor, the Muruti, will come up. Guess what? Before the Muruti can even start preaching the word of God, he's also busy. He's also busy gossiping about another church, gossiping about the Elandsfontein people, gossiping about the Willows people, gossiping about the Estres people, gossiping about the whatever from... Listen here, we visited all the churches. Me and my late husband, we visited all the churches. All the pastors as well. Similar thing. In their preachings, you could hear a slight gossip about somebody or making themselves look better. But there was different degrees. The one I was in Mamelodi, I'm sorry, it kept it all, hey? The Mfundisi there just could not start his sermon just normal. And that's the thing, the sad part about all these men, even Willam Branham himself, they all start off well, but they finish off very, very bad in terms of they do not even win souls to Christ. They win souls to themselves. So you grow up like that. You go to church for 4 hours. There's nothing there that is bringing you closer to Christ as a young girl. Alright, guys, fast forward to now. You guys, I have to cut out a huge chunk. I'm remembering more. I'm relaying more of big events in my life that stand out, right? Fast forward to when now I was like becoming of age now. Kingwanyana, getting that girl of the girls. Girl of the girls. Oh, no. I forget to talk about the other story. So in high school, I was the first female black captain for my swimming team. I think in like grade 10, I was the swimming captain, or grade 11, around there. And I was like swimming captain for two or 3 years. And my name is even there still now on the board, what have you. But guess what? The swimming, the fact that I had to wear a swimming costume, that had to be a secret, hey? That had to be a secret. That had to be a secret. Nobody at church should have to find out, because everybody would condemn me. Why am I wearing a swimming costume? Guys, a 15-year-old child condemned to hell because of wearing a costume. I still went on to do that, but at some point I had to obviously no longer swim, because there was a heavy pressure, there was a heavy pressure. There'd always be fights between myself and my dad. Not really fights, like, guys, I was quite my voice, ne? I'm only reclaiming my voice now, and I think why I'm finding my voice and loving to speak about my upbringing is because as a child I never was allowed to have a voice. Woo! I don't even want to start to be teary-eyed, because when you constantly, it's about the church, What will the church say? What will the church think? Take that dress off. Put on this dress. It just becomes man, There was one time as well, over and above the swimming, had to cut that. Similarly with my late hubby, he was amazing in tennis and cricket. And with tennis, he was wearing shorts. He was going to go far, guys. My late hubby was amazing at sports. He was like that guy on the sports field. He was good with soccer and whatever. Guess what? He was told to quit all of those things because it's of the devil. It's worldly things. For a man to wear shorts and play a sport running after a ball, that's evil. And you find that a lot of the things that we used to love to do as children to keep us out of trouble. Hello, I encourage my kids to be active in all sports. A child that is active in sports as well. Number one, you're keeping them out of trouble. And back in our days, guys, we didn't even have screens. So there wasn't even anything you would be going back home to be entertained for. So what ends up happening? What ends up happening to the youth in the message? What ends up happening to the youth in the message? They turn to alcohol and drugs as a substitution. They turn to doing things, binge eating. As girls, they binge eat. As girls, they would hide other lives, like if they're wearing pants. I remember, guys, I used to steal my brother's pants. Yeah, I'm gonna say it. I used to steal my brother's pants when we were going to like leadership camps at school because I was not allowed to wear buruku. That time, I'm not allowed to wear pants, but I need to go hiking up a mountain in the heat of the Drakensberg of the bag, right? And then I have to do all of this in a skirt. It's uncomfortable. And also, guys, it's different if I choose to wear a skirt and go hiking and it's not enforced on me legalistically, but to be told that you will burn in a lake of fire if you wear a pair of pants. Do you know what that does to you as a child? Do you know the psychological and mental mess up that does to you? I'm currently attending therapy. It's my second year in therapy. And the things that I've had to discuss with my therapist, which, by the way, therapy is also not normalized in a cult. I'm not even just only talking the message. Generally, cults don't want you to get therapy. Generally, cults don't want you to seek help outside of their system and their confines. So it was a lot. You find yourself living a double life and you're always scared. Oh my gosh, what's going to happen? I remember once I had a wraparound. I had a wraparound skirt around me and we're going to a school camp and I had my brother's jeans under. And then as I walked out of the car in the morning and my dad is dropping me off at school, the wraparound skirt got caught in the door as I closed the door. And as I walked forward, there goes my wraparound skirt. It falls down. Umara, that person driving their car, sorry about that. As I walk away from the car, boom, the skirt falls, guys, and my pants are just there. My dad was like, the thing is though, my dad is a gentle giant. Remember, like I said in part 1, my dad, the disappointment that he had on his face, guys, the way my dad was so disappointed. And I know, like, I'm his brown-eyed girl. I was like, damn, I just disappointed my dad like that just because I'm wearing pants. There must be something really wrong with me. And my dad drove off. He drove off, opened the door, and he pulled the skirt and he didn't say anything. That's the thing with my dad. Like when he was really disappointed, he's not gonna. You will hear it when you come back. And my dad has never laid a hand on me. My dad has never laid a hand. So in my household, my dad would discipline the boys. Spanky, and then my mom would discipline me, which has never had to happen. My mom only hit me once, guys, only once, and that time I was 19 and engaged. Nomsa, hongata, guys, hongata, and I'm already 9 minutes. Guys, hongata. I don't know what parts to this. But yeah, so I then go to the camp and I didn't have a time of my life. I had the worst time because I was so scared. The 3-day weekend camp became like, I was so scared. What is my dad going to say? And what is my mom going to say? I know that my dad's going to tell my mom and I'm going to be in trouble. And yeah, you know what? My mom hadlali, I mean, nomsa. Yeah, my mom kimuzulu, guys. And yeah, my mom was firm, and whew,